right, hopefully I still have my voice. Hopefully things got really intense a few minutes ago with what I was doing. I don't even know if anybody is still up. I'm sure that some of y'all are still up, or you'll see this in the morning. Um, Yuck. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. The only reason why I'm even as a black business owner, the only reason why I'm even on here having to discuss this is because of a racist white woman, a racist stalking white woman. That's the only fucking reason. Okay. And then also confusion when it comes to weirdos in the spiritual community. So I wanted to come and talk about this thing about Jim Crow and, the president that pretty much, ended segregation. Here I am as a black woman, as a melanated woman, um, wanting segregation, but not from any race of person, but especially when it comes to the black community. I don't want to be connected to or tied to any ignorant black people at all, period. Especially ignorant black niggas that have a culture that is rooted in wanting to be a basketball player professionally, a fucking rapper, or a Goldie the fucking pimp. I am, and I'm gonna tell you something. Trust me, it's an energy and it is a power behind that. It is. Can you imagine black mothers that raise some of these son of a jackals are so lowly, so low lifed that they actually come to social media and try to be a burden, or either they'll try to come into your life and be a fucking burden. I am completely separating myself from all ignorant ass black people. Completely. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't. Okay. And you know what's crazy is that what I kind of realized was that, especially with black men, but I've noticed this about some black women, especially the real manly ones. They like to try to act like they have some kind of entitlement to your energy and your fucking time. Have y'all noticed that? You ain't got no damn entitlement to my energy and my time. Absolutely fucking disgusting. You are not entitled to my energy nor my time if you are a black person. And I got one of them trying to trauma bond with me. And I'm going to tell you something, I am a witch. I am a witch and I am goddamn proud of it. There's some people that they have different experiences. There are some people that have different destinies, right? And especially when it comes to women that are not dealing with things like that, you know. So they gonna, they kind of don't quite really understand why we witch. Why do we witch? The black community within itself can be very oppressive when it comes to that, and that is because many of them lack empathy at all for each other. You know what I mean? Like, black people are practicing slavery. Black people are out here capturing slaves. Black people are out here trying to hold people hostage as slaves. And they're trying to make it a sex game. And they think it's funny. And they're running in groups. In my humble opinion, I feel like they deserve to die. I do. And you know what? When you think about a white woman, they get really, really fucking excited when it is a white woman that is not appreciative of the peace that she can find within her own fucking community, because she don't know how to make the right decisions. She don't know how to appreciate and value her nice little cushiony, uh what do you call that, calm and relaxed life. So these black men, they become ultra extra, 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 extra if they got a white woman that's like, oh, I want some excitement. I feel like that looks exciting to me. And it's not exciting. It's not. There's nothing exciting about that. That is a road to nowhere. That is a road that is going to lead you to nowhere but pain and suffering. Okay. And they expect you to want the horror mongering because they have no actual real connection with sex or intimacy. And then also they're very impoverished in their mind. You see, I came from a family that did not practice any kind of prostitution. My mother worked really hard, so did my father. And, people like that, it's a lot of them are son of whores, is what they are. They are son of whores. And you know what? I'm just here to tell you, I tell you that not only you and your broke ass ancestors are not welcome anywhere near me. That's what I mean. That's what I mean right there. Okay? So, and it's been absolutely disgusting. Can you imagine a person allowing a person that level of trauma, sexual trauma, sexual inadequacy, inadequate in all areas, something that is going to do nothing but cause cancer in your womb, cancer in your body, and you are being told by the black community that that's just how black men are as a whole. And you sitting up there looking at them like, do you know who the fuck you're talking to? Like, do you realize that everybody is not ignorant like that? Get the hell away from me. And black men that are like that, they talk with such confidence. They say, and it's just because you black. If you a white woman and a white woman says, hey, get the hell away from me, nigger, They may cry about it, they may complain about it, but they'll leave a person the fuck alone. Some of them will even get bold enough. Listen, when somebody tells you to get the fuck away from them, that's what the hell they mean. Nobody has to be bothered with you just because they black. Nobody. And then also, nobody has to be affected by you negatively. A lot of these black men came to social media, and for some reason, they had it in their mind that they were like the figures in the Bible, King Solomon, and they had control over all women. It's like, well, you're gonna fucking find out when you start losing limbs, when your limbs start decaying and fucking falling off. You're gonna find out that that is not the case when your body and your spirit starts to fucking decay. You're gonna find that out. And they still running around here with secret societies and shit. I don't trust nor about any black man that is involved with that, nor do I respect you, nor am I besieged to you or subjugated to you or underneath you. I pray every single day for you to die, for whoever put that shit in your head that you was gonna get away with some shit like that. I pray for them to die, whoever thought of it. These lonely, lowly, low-lifted ass black men in social media, and they are out here right in front of every goddamn body committing rape. Who was that nigga that was in the Black Panther Party? That was, I think it was Huey Newton or some damn body, just going around just raping women and shit. And he said he didn't feel guilty for the rapes that he did to the black women. Y'all are a byproduct of slavery, and that's sad. When I think back on the generations of my bloodline, my family did a really good job of cleaning that up a long time ago, many, many, many generations ago. Clean that shit clean up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a slave mentality. Y'all running around here still talking about building generational wealth when my family already, the pioneers and the elders of my family already did it. Y'all out here trying to build generational wealth by whoremongering black women and trying to whore us out. And you're complete idiots because you're not going to make any money. You haven't made any money. So you're basically trying to throw us in the garbage for nothing. You see what I'm saying? And then trying to shame us. See, this is what I'm talking about. And this is the reason why I am successful at what I do, because I'm very specific. I'm very specific. I can read and write. And I know how to write in reverse if I have to. You're trying to build upon the backs of black people, other blacks, and you're trying to kick and knock them down the shit that their ancestors worked hard for to make a name for them. And I'm going to tell you something, you run into a witch and you are going to have a hell of a fucking time crawling your ass up out of that damn hole that we going to keep you in. And y'all targeting people who has families that are somewhat accomplished, because you just now in this generation of your family, if you about 40 or 50 years old and your mama is either in her 70s or dead or whatever, your family just did that. But y'all trying to build off of the fucking black women's backs and black people just like the colonizers did. And you motherfuckers are going to be in for a rude fucking awakening. That is a fact. If it ever comes across my desk, you're going to be destroyed. I couldn't believe it when I heard them talking about I'm building generational wealth. Wow, my bloodline did that generations ago. You can tell by looking at the photographs of my grandfather, my great grandfather, my great great grandfather. You can tell by looking at those photographs. Now, when you think about working with the ancestors, and when you have someone like me that will go and tell the ancestors what you are doing, if they had the ability, even back during the struggle, the real struggle of black people, to do what they did generations ago, and your weak ass bloodline, your weak ass family, that's why y'all tried to get with them parasites and shit. Y'all tried to use parasitic energy to make a come up off of people. And the shit ain't gonna work because the parasitic energy that you connected to didn't do nothing but make you sick. It's supposed to be fucking doing that. You ever heard of new money? You dumb fucks, but y'all don't have the capability to do anything except for the failure shit that you do. But some of y'all are out there snatching up girls and children off the street and selling them on the black market and shit. Some of y'all are doing some real fuck shit. Like I told y'all, we always focusing on things like Epstein. Wait till y'all find out about some of these black men in particular over there in New York, how they got women trapped. They running sex farms and shit over there because they don't have enough fucking sense to build a company or a fucking corporation. And they not even trying to do that. That's why we don't like certain people in the black community. Black men that are fucking fucked up like that, y'all, they are never going to be allowed to advance or move forward and have any wealth because they're too stupid. They would rather invest their money in something like uploading revenge porn to porn fucking websites. If your ancestors wasn't able to do it and they didn't have the fucking intellect to do it in your family, what the fuck made you think you was going to do it that way? See, when you're doing stuff like that, you can tell that your family was not very smart. They were stupid. They were stupid. Your family was stupid, and you're just as stupid as they are. Honestly, to be honest with you, the past 13 fucking years, having to listen to them talk about their lifestyle of prostitution has made me extremely sick to my fucking stomach. And the reason why is because it's foreign to me. It makes no sense to me at all. And I just that's how they're trying to do it. That's why they're so disrespectful and demeaning to women in social media. And then also, they're trying to make these connections or whatever in social media, and they're trying to make a name for themselves. But in reality, you're just a fucking criminal that belongs in prison. That's why Nature Boy went to jail for revenge porn, rape, and I think that they was trying to give him some time for trafficking. I think he was trafficking them women too. You are the black men. Y'all are some, y'all, not the bad, not the good ones, the bad ones. The bad ones that are doing shit like that. Y'all are some of the most disgusting losers I have ever seen in my life. And you know what? You ain't safe. You ain't safe with me around because I'm cursing you every second of the day, every day, all day, 24/7. You need to be cursed and you need to be dead, straight up and down. Y'all been running around here running behind me trying to ruin that. Like, first of all, you could never lower my value. That isn't that stupid. You're trying to build off of somebody, but yet you're trying to lower their value. What are you running a cotton field, you dumbass? You need, you know what I'm saying? Like the shit that you see them fucking doing is stupid. You know, part of the reason why during slavery, the fucking masters of the goddamn plantation did all this shit was to keep the slaves in check. Y'all not even on that level. You're not on that level. It's a totally different thing. You don't have any fucking cotton fields, you stupid dumbasses. Those people, those slaves were basically working for free, fucking working the fields of cotton. And then I also think that they did coal mining too back then. Y'all so stupid. I've never seen such. I'm segregated. I don't want nothing to do with you niggas. I ain't got no love for him, Cheryl. I got love for good black men and good people only. I don't have no love. There is no love over here. You're not none. Listen, a loser ass man who is disrespectful and stupid, a black man especially, any man, he can be a white man too, that is in those kind of dealings that what the fuck I'm talking about with these disrespectful weirdos out here. I have no love for them. There is none. You gonna come over here, you ain't gonna get nothing but fucking rejection, poison, and bullets. I have no love for them. Do you? I mean, how would you feel? Let me ask you a question. My mama worked for the government for 20 something years, making like I think my mom was making like 85 or $90 an hour at the government. She was making a lot of money at the government. But my mother, she actually sued the government, actually, because, she felt like they were overworking her and underpaying her. She's making a lot of money. She was like a GS. I mean, she was very high ranking government worker. So she retired from the government and she went and worked at Apple until she, passed on or whatever, right? So my mom, she always just had it that way, right? My grandmother, very successful. Here I am, always had jobs, always had things. But see, I noticed that during my generation, something weird was happening. Something weird was happening. I could sense it. I wasn't quite sure what it was, but then now I got it figured out. Can you imagine coming from very accomplished men and women? My father always had jobs. My father had a very good job. He uh he was a excellent mechanic. My father was an excellent mechanic. Okay, he made a lot of money fixing people's cars, and then he went on to work at a dealership as a car salesman. So my father was making pretty good money. Very accomplished. My father even went back to college when he was in his 50s. Okay. And then you run into some losers in social media that's trying to reduce you to a homeless prostitute for a lonely loser in social media. Can you imagine? And they doing it every single day in social media, harassing you, trying to exploit you, and it is a form of trafficking. Just by the way, FYI, it is. Can you imagine being me? See, I'm not like other people. I already got my soulmate. I'm already with my soulmate, Cheryl. Yeah, he already done found me. He gon' trust me. He gonna find me and do other stuff to me before then. Before this time next month. Okay. Yeah. And me and my significant other, my soulmate, we did not meet in social media. Okay, there's no social media man. I don't want a man from social media. I'm not interested in dating any of these men in social media. It will never happen. Now, by this time next month, I'll probably be standing in a court of law putting some niggas in jail. That's what I'm going to be doing. That's going to be nice whenever they put them in jail. A lot of these black men in social media need to be locked up. They have committed horrifying crimes against black women. And I think that there's a lot of black women that found some kind of use to them. I don't see what good they're doing. I don't see anything that any of them are doing that impresses me at all. I'm not seeing it. Okay? I'm not seeing it worth it because I can assure you that the ancestors are still whooping their ass. They can pray to Jesus all day and night and the Holy Ghost, but the ancestors are still going to whoop their asses. It's absolutely disgusting, some of the activities of these black folk in social media. Tried to take me into an environment that I had and see, I'm not the type of person to fold for anybody ever. They are so lucky. They knew not to. They knew that I loved myself and that I was powerful enough to not end up in prison because any other person would have offed all of them, would have just taken all of them out. I wish somebody would. I do. I wish somebody would just take them all out. Don't let them breathe no more. You know what I mean? I can't stand that, especially when they running around here trying to act like they got a little bit of money, trying to bargain with people, so trying to buy slaves. One of them even told me, "I bought you." I said, "Well, you didn't pay it." I said, "First of all, you can't buy me. I am priceless. You could never be able to afford to pay me to buy me. Ain't that a bitch?" They have tried to take away love and romance to black women. They have done this. Some of these black women letting them do it. It's stupid. They done took away love and romance and happiness from a lot of these dumb women out here in social media. They done took all that away. So that some fucking black man can follow his dream of being a professional fucking roaster. That I couldn't believe that shit. I said, this is really, it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. But see, they got dealings and other stuff. They got dealings and other stuff. You know what I'm saying? They do. And you signed your death certificate when you try to involve me or mine in that situation. Because I love love and romance. And so, me and my significant other, we have a relationship that a lot of people would be envious of. But that's because that's what I wanted. Only I create my reality. Nobody else can create any other reality for me than that. But it's just very romantic and very gentle and very soothing and very loving. You know what I mean? We not married or living together or anything like that yet, but I love it when just feeling his skin up against mine, and when I think about a group of idiots, idiot losers that tried to take that away from me. Not only that, my creativity, they try to block your creativity. They try to block your womb. They try to denigrate your womb because they're idiots. Any man that is trying to kill a woman's womb, he's an idiot. He is never going to be supported by the universe ever because he's creating imbalances in the universe. You know what I'm saying? That's why they be doing all that damn praying to Jesus. And Jesus got to follow. Jesus has to um, listen to the divine feminine. Jesus was begotten by immaculate conception by a woman. Remember, he was created by what they call parthenogenesis. So when they read in their Bibles, they are forgetting that. They said, oh, well, Jesus' mother got pregnant by what, the Holy Spirit. And, and so it's pretty, it's pretty weird the way that they are. Okay. So, you know, for me, I just don't get involved with none of these men in social media. Like, and a lot of women know better than to get involved with them. I wouldn't be associated with them at all. I don't want no connection with them. And listen, hey, we have desegregation, but every black person can segregate themselves socially and sexually. As a black woman, you can segregate yourself from all black people if you want. I personally, my significant other is a black man. Okay. So, but socially, I don't have to be associated with you. I don't have to talk to, I don't even have to respond. I don't even have to respond. And see, we got that dark moon out there. Yesterday was the most pathetic thing ever. They're so desperate for attention or interaction. They are an embarrassment to their mother. Nobody wants to be bothered with you. I don't give a damn. Ask yourself the next time you look at your children, and or either if you got grandchildren and you look at your family and your husband, and are you prepared to destroy the lives of the people that you love for some ignorant negroids in social media? Nobody is prepared or would ever do that. You're going to tell that nigga to get the hell away from you. You are. And there's nothing racist about that. That's not me being a racist. That black people will come on and say you're being racist. Excuse me. I actually had this white girl named Miss L tell me you're racist towards your own people. I said, bitch. I said, bitch, no. We got every right as black people to say, hey, those are not my standards of behavior. Yes, I am better than that. And so they'll say, oh, well, you just think you better than us. I do. I don't think that. I know I am. I know I'm better than you. You forced me to say it. I am better than you, and you'll never drag me down. That's what they want to do. They want to. So the crabs in a barrel, they have upped the ante on their crabbiness in a barrelness. They've upped the ante on it. See what I'm saying? And they want to be accepted. They want that to be seen as some kind of byproduct of being released from slavery from the white man. Because the way my people did is they went out and they got it. It's a lot of people that built companies, built businesses. Nobody ever in their tribe had to open up their legs and prostitute for anybody. And why am I being confronted by whoremongering prostitutes? Why is that? Nobody had to do that. I built a company and there was never any prostitution involved. What did these ignorant nakers do? They tried to destroy my company. Now they sitting around looking like Boo Boo the Fool. Because if you are able to accomplish what they have not, they can claim all day they did this, they ain't did nothing. They ain't did nothing. I'm tired of even talking about it. I ain't gonna be here that long, y'all. I'm tired of talking about you. You know, the fact that we have had to discuss you over and over again, you know, we don't want to. So at this dark moon, you know, the thing of it is that we are ready to be rid of you. I want every single ignorant black person to just get the hell away from me. I don't want nothing to do with you. And that includes ignorant white people. I don't want nothing to do with nobody's ignorance and all this shit. No. Go away. No, you don't know me. No, I'm not a pedophile. No, I'm not a bad mother. No, I'm not. I'm none of those things that you say. Okay? I'm not a loser. I'm not broke. I'm not poor. I'm not a hoe. I'm none of those things. I don't want nothing to do with them. Now, if you a decent person, see, and I shouldn't even have to say that though. I shouldn't have to say that. But yeah, if you're a decent person and you're not, you know, about that, you know what I'm saying? There's some of these people you can't even rock with them. I they've been done tried to set you up. Y'all ever heard of that secret prostitution thing? They'll they'll set you up with somebody and be getting paid under the table. Who in the fuck? Like, you know, I don't like prostitution, as y'all can clearly see. As y'all can clearly see. Y'all remember that one show on HBO called Hookers at the Point, though? I've watched that, you know, and I wonder what that one hooker is doing. Talking about, I'm not about to be messed up by some poo butt hoe, you know, poo butt hoe. You know, I'm not interested in, and you can tell the lack of intelligence and self worth. The reprobate minds of men who, and I guess they need love too. Just don't involve Jamila. Just don't involve Jamila. And see, I'm going to carry all my children. I'm going to carry them on my back as long as possible to where they don't have to go out there and think about doing no shit like that. And I'm not going to be a statistic. If y'all remember a few years ago, it was a bunch of women, in addition to their jobs, they was doing OnlyFans, just cocking their legs open in the damn air. It ain't gonna never be me. It ain't gonna never be none of mine. We're not doing that. Because my wealth that I earn is mine. I ain't got to share the wealth with no fucking body. That's another thing these idiots are trying to do. They trying to make you share the wealth with them. No. Listen, everything that I have, I'm gonna build my company. And in my company, I am gonna build it to a multi-million-dollar company. Y'all think it's a joke. And see, they can sit up there and say whatever they want to say, but it just is what it is. And that is my wealth and my profit for me and mine. That ain't got nothing to fucking do with you. Go out there and your own. That's for me and mine. I don't, as a black person, you don't owe no black person, no other black person shit. They need to go out there and get it on their damn own, just like we all did. They so codependent. Everybody that has ever done something went out and got it on their own. Ain't nobody had to latch or hatch, parasite off of nobody. They like roaches or something. I don't give a shit. I don't want to be bothered with you. You bring the energy down, you bring the conversation down, you're killing people's brain cells. It's if y'all want to know who's dumbing down the black community, it's other black people. When you see them jokers in social media trying to dumb down black people, you see a lot of black people trying to dumb down other fucking black people. And they do it with abuse. They do it with abuse. We've all seen them in action. These black men who were in social media got the nerve to be yelling and screaming, calling women bitches and hoes, when simply what we can do, what we could have did, what I wish we could do, is just get somebody to pop them in their damn head, and then we ain't got to hear from them no more. They a little too cocky. They not confident. They cocky. They done got real cocky. They done tried to take over like the mob. They, to me, it seemed like they a sex trafficking group. If you ask me, yeah, I'm just saying it. To me, it sound like sex trafficking, and they're trying to like make, and I've been knowing that for some reason I have a group of prostitutes competing with me. I keep telling them I'm not no prostitute. I'm not trying to take your johns. People come to me to get spiritual work done and healing. I don't be doing stuff like that. And they just don't get it. They was trying to, I guess one of them yesterday, he was trying to sell his woman's mouth. Uh-huh. And I think he was trying to sell some sex on here. And so in order to make his hole look better, he photoshopped a herpes on my lip. Well, well, even why would anybody need to be concerned about a herpes on my lip? I'm not a damn prostitute. Hell, if I had a cold sore on my lip, which I didn't, it was obviously photoshopped. But it's just the point. Why are they so stupid? They sitting online with their hoes, and for some reason they don't have the mentality to think about anything different. When I tell them I'm not a prostitute, they don't understand that. And it's a lot of them women that are prostituting on here. I am not your competition, hun. I'm a witch. I don't get it, y'all. I do not fucking get it. I swear to God, I don't get it. And I can guarantee you that all night long until the wee hours of the damn morning, because I'm done with my wake for the day. I did my pineapple ritual. I'm done with my work. But I can guarantee you that all night after that show, he out there taking her on the whole stroll. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Bum Doc, y'all know who I'm talking about. Bum Doc got old girl on a whole stroll. And it's like, well, why you like, I'm not in competition with your girlfriend. What the hell? He got her on the whole stroll. A lot of them got them women on the whole stroll. I ain't no hoe. I don't understand it. Like, what? It's very bizarre. Where did you people come from and why? I don't have nothing to do with that lifestyle. I can promise you. I keep record of every spell, every ritual, every reading that I do. I take notes of that. Even if one of them tried to go and file a false report, right? Let's say they tried to file a report against me, right? Because keep in mind, prostitution is still illegal, bitch. You do know that, don't you? Okay, let's progress with this. If they tried to file some kind of report on me that was false, I would be able to present with exact evidence that what I do is readings and spiritual work. Because I keep record of everything. I keep notes on my clients' readings. I keep record of everything. I take pictures of all of their rituals. Sometimes I even record a video. I take snapshots of my clients' petitions that I write. I keep track of when I give offerings. You see what I'm saying? I keep track of when I burn ancestor money. So I don't understand why you dusty ass, whoremongering, angry, sad, delusional, loser black men who I am segregated from. I am segregated from all of you in that lifestyle. Now, if you are a sex worker and you want my help as a client, I'll accept you, but don't come to me with no damn funny business. Don't come to me with no damn funny business. Okay? I'll help you with protection and all of that stuff. You know, if that's what you choose to do as a grown ass woman, that's what the hell you choose to do. So I'm not trying to, because you only know what you know, sis. That's all you know is to use your body to get some money. That's all you know. Well, I wasn't raised that way. I've been working since I was 16 years old. Ain't nobody gonna make me feel bad about that. And you definitely can't make no woman feel bad about having food stamps to make ends meet. Because not to, I'm gonna tell you something. I respect a woman that has children, that is in college, going to school, she working, she's utilizing her resources that are out there for her to help her with her child while she gets herself together. I am in support of that. I'm not going to sit up here and sell my body. You think I would ever sell my vagina for a fucking expensive purse? Jamila's not going to do no shit like that. I'd rather go to Walmart and buy a fucking purse. I'm not going to sell my body to make somebody else rich so I can buy a brand. Who the fuck does that? Nobody does that over here. Nobody. And ain't a damn thing wrong with it. And then some of these people be running around here, be having their children on the track. Some of these women, and they be bragging about how much money they got, but they doing some dirty, foul ass shit to their own family. See, I don't fuck around like that. I can become wealthy without doing things like that. Trust me, I built my company and these jackals tried to fucking tear it down, and I can guarantee you that that they are very regretful over that. Uh-huh. They regret. You don't do shit like that to people. Mhm. Ooh, that was good. Y'all I had chili cheese. We had chili cheeseburgers for dinner tonight. Nobody gonna go through that shit with y'all. Y'all need to get y'all ignorant asses on somewhere. I ain't got nothing to do with you. I ain't got nothing to do with you, and I ain't got nothing for you. Ain't nothing for you over here with me. And a lot of these men, when I realized, I said, ain't this a bitch? And spirit ain't gonna let them do it. God ain't gonna let them do it. Because God respects sex. You know, today's Friday. We dealing with Lucifer's energy today. That's Lucifer, the morning star, which is Venus. And then here's another thing. I am disgusted by what drives the sex industry. Y'all know I hate porn. I can't stand porn. Yuck. I stopped watching porn upwards of about 10 years ago. I quit watching any kind of porn. Shit is weird to me. Why in the hell would I want to sit back and watch another motherfucker have sex? Y'all be people be blocking off they damn sacral chakra with that shit. I am not interested in watching somebody have sex. I'm just not interested in it. Leave me the fuck alone. You know, these people weird. That's why I had to get the hell up out of Atlanta. I don't like that. I don't like none of that lifestyle they living. I don't like none of it. The swinging, the threesomes, the orgies. Kiss my entire ass. Okay? So I appreciate what that president did by desegregation. You know what I'm saying? But as a black woman, I want to be segregated from people, and I am segregated. And I will use the spiritual power of a crow. Get your ass on somewhere. I hope that the crow and the owl calls for they fucking death. Get the hell away from me. No, I don't want to be bothered with you. What you do is you try to raise up people's blood pressure. You stressful. Folk back be hurting and shit. Don't nobody want to be bothered with that shit. Don't nobody have to, they be acting like you have to live that lifestyle. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's what your mama told you because your mama was a whore. That's how your mama did it. My mama had everything she wanted. My mama ain't never been no fucking prostitute. No whoremongering ass on some damn where. Weirdos. Especially them whoremongers. I don't like none of that bullshit. Get the hell up out of my face. I don't like none of that whoremongering shit. And, 10 years ago, when a lot of this shit first started happening online, we'd have little discussions or whatever. But hell, I'm damn near 50. I'm in love with my man. I don't want to sit up and hear who the hell. And a lot of these women that be looking at that sector, they be fucking married and shit. Maybe their husbands is weird too. Shit. I don't want to hear about your goddamn fucking penis. I don't give a damn about what you talking about. The only person's penis I want to hear about is my man. That's the only one I'm interested in. And they don't like or covet women like that. They like whoremongering ass women. They like whores. They like that shit. Well, get your ass on somewhere then and go do what you do. Quit trying to involve people that don't like that shit. I swear to God, y'all, I don't know if it was that chlorospora going around, but I've literally been throwing up in my mouth for like the past 6 months a little bit. They make me want to vomit and never see them again. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear you. I don't even want to know your ass exists. I didn't tell you that you couldn't exist. Just get the hell up out of my face. I don't know or have anybody in my life that built their life by whoring out women or whoring themselves out. I don't even know nobody like that. Everybody I know makes 6 figures or more with a job or either a business. End of fucking story. And if your family generationally was so fucked up to where you gotta try to trap a bitch and try to hold a bitch hostage and shit and do all this weird ass shit, girl, you go try that shit with somebody else. They may be willing. So a lot of these black folk out here, they are really fucked up. They try to build an empire on they try to build an empire on revenge porn. I can't stand I don't like that shit. X videos and Pornhub and all this shit. I hate them. Whoever the fucking producers are, them websites and shit, I don't like none of them. I wish nothing but the worst for them motherfuckers. Nasty, disgusting ass, lazy bastards. Especially it's this goddamn website with some shit uploaded to me that got released. And I done asked that motherfucker that, well, hell, they probably dead, whoever it is. They can just go die somewhere then. Shit. I don't appreciate that shit. I put in a DCMA takedown and ain't heard back shit. It's been a couple of years. I ain't got time to keep fucking tripping off of that. Let me keep it moving and you're cursed. You're cursed with death. Because I did not consent to that shit. Go somewhere and kiss my ass, and somebody needs to pour gasoline over your fucking entire being and set your bitch ass on fucking fire. Bitch. I've never consented to that. So a lot of these black people out here, they can fucking go to hell. I'm not forgiving. I'm not. I'm not forgiving of you. I will never forgive you. Ever. It's something that I take very fucking serious. That's something that's very serious to me. And then not to mention they're on YouTube talking about that shit. They know that younger people are watching their channels. They don't never age restrict their content. Oh, God is gonna let them be drugged to hell. They looking for young people. That's why they talk about older women. It's like, well, I'm an older seasoned woman. My man is in love with me regardless to what my age is. They looking for young girls and recruiting them. That's what they want. That's why they talk like that. See what I'm saying? Pieces of shit. Okay, it's a lot of them out here. That's what that black sector is about. Y'all ain't noticed that? Oh, they done put all of that to rest because my spirits be making them expose themselves a lot. Because it was come to find out they be on that Fortnite playing with little kids and shit, trying to groom little kids on Fortnite. That's a fact. What kind of grown ass 40, 50-year-old motherfucker is on Fortnite? They looking for young people ages 10 to probably about 20. They're disgusting. That's why they be on that Fortnite. It's a lot of little kids on that Fortnite. See, they're not going to talk about that. They're not going to talk about that. Anybody that's familiar with that group of people, that black sector, remembers how they were exposing each other for talking to young people on Fortnite. You're not supposed to be talking to no fucking younger people on Fortnite. Oh, I was just trying to be a friend. You're a pervert. You are a predator. So that's why the last time I reported them to the FBI, I told them about them being on Fortnite. They be on Fortnite too. They all be on that Fortnite. That shit look like something a little kid would do. I would never play Fortnite. The hell is that shit? No thank you. They sick. They know what they doing. Leave me the hell up out of that. I'm getting ready to make them cookies. Leave me up out of that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You curse and you gonna die and you're broke and you're poor and you're sick and you're fucking disgusted. Now kiss my ass. How about that shit? And they be on here trying to cause so much chaos because they want to try to confuse people. And everybody that you see hanging around them knows about it. Them people are predatorial. That's why they make accusations about people, because people like that think if they do that, that's gonna cover up what the fuck they doing. That's why I reported all of y'all to the police and the FBI, and I let them know that y'all be talking to young girls and boys and girls on Fortnite. It's the truth. And a lot of them up to that shit. You know, a lot of people that are in the sex industry, it's a well-known fact that they get young people involved in it. They not gonna admit it. If you think they're gonna admit to that shit, they get younger people involved in that shit. That's pretty much the norm when it comes to anybody that is involved with prostitution. Hopefully I still got signal, y'all. I'm a very wholesome person. I may be able to turn into a goddamn demon and fuck you up, but I'm a very wholesome person. I don't fuck around with no shit like that. Okay? I do not fuck around. And anybody, because that's a spirit. Them people are possessed by spirits. Stay away from that shit. That's why they all sick, they on drugs and stuff. They was cracked out like yesterday, acting like Pookie. Acting just like Pookie and Ray. Shit, acting crazy as hell every day on this damn website. But yeah, I don't mind my videos being age restricted. I ain't trying to get the attention of no little kids. What the fuck? And all they little what do you call that? Uh they got a lot of mammies. All they mammies that's involved with them, they know exactly what they up to. Leave me up out of this shit. I hope you go to jail and die and burn in hell. That's what I hope you do. for the sake of all of the children and the fucking purity and the goodness and wholesomeness in this fucking world. Disgusting. So that's what y'all don't realize about that black sector. Y'all go around here. Do y'all know that those people are involved in some crazy shit? All of them. And they come on here with all that damn bullshit. Let me tell you something. They always got a fake beef going on. They always got a fake beef happening. They all in on that shit together. And they need to be reported to the police. That's why a lot of them people are cursed and sick. What the hell going on here? How many is this? Is this? Oh, okay. Alrighty. Stupid damn idiots. Can't wait till we hear about them being busted and going to fucking prison. You looking crazy as hell. Alright, what we got here? This needs to be $3.50. I got chocolate chunk salted caramel. I'm about to go, y'all. Anyway, my sale was over. Shout out to the people that took advantage. I gotta go because I gotta get up early. I'm moving. No, I don't need the money. I don't need cursed money from a whoremongering fucking idiot. I wish these people would just go to hell. I hope I wake up in the morning and they just don't exist anymore where they fucking talking about me. Disgusting ass idiots. I don't want to hear nothing about this shit. And I never had anything to do with that. I have never ever been on Fortnite in my life. In my life. 50-year-old men on Fortnite. What are they on there for? They on there looking for young kids. They come to this website looking for young kids and shit. I speak protection over all of the little kids, little children that's watching your fucking channel. You're disgusting. You're disgusting. And they fucking up their life and their minds and shit. If you a little kid, log off. Log off. Quit watching that sector. They are disgusting. That's why they need to be taken off of the damn internet. Yuck. And taken off of the streets. All of them need to be from the streets. All of them. Just lock them up and throw away the key because they broke as fuck. They ain't none of them gonna ever do shit. They don't have no damn money. They families is shit. Just cut off their damn bloodline. Fuck them. Okay? Because they ain't doing nothing but trying to fuck up people's lives. That's a fact. Okay? And we are segregated from you. We don't want nothing to do with you. Okay? You just jealous and mad at me because I'm not making six figures now, but I will again. Okay? You're angry at me because I can make money, a lot of money, and I can manifest money and jobs and things of that nature, and I don't have to do shit like that. You're angry about that I can make my money the clean way. That's what that is. And be proud of it. And be proud. Okay? And that's what they all about. That's why they always, and they so full of crap. That's why they always talking about that kind of stuff. Because that's what that's what a lot of them are into. And they think that, I guess they must have thought I was stupid. Like, you think I didn't know? Like, it's obvious. I done peeped your Smitty long time ago. Now what are you gonna fucking do? What are you gonna do about it? You should be ashamed of your fucking selves. Shit is sick. I'm gonna go and unsee it. If you're a decent person, I promise you when you close this video out, you're going to feel at peace and everything's going to be okay because we know that we're going to do something about it. Okay? All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Thanks to y'all. I got to go. I'm sleepy and tired. Bye. Bye, y'all. Bye.